Alright everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Hope you're all well. Tonight I'm going to be talking about my top 5 most hyped NRL debuts. So I'm be talking about players that they're coming through the grades and this player is going to be the next Andrew Johns, this player is going to be the next Bradley Clyde, he's going to be the next superstar, and they finally make their debut after hundreds of newspaper articles, social media posts about them and all that keeper. Everyone's losing their mind over when they're going to make the debut and what they're going to do. So I'm going to be giving you my top 5 for that. Before I do that though, I'm currently at 722 subscribers at the moment. I'm looking to get to 750. That's my next goal. Can I get there? Who knows, but thank you everyone that's recently subscribed to my channel, and thanks to everyone that's been supporting me from the very beginning. So getting into this top 5 list, I've done a bit of research today and I've even remembered some of my own experiences in the past about reading about players when they're about to make the debut. So at number 5 in this list, I've chosen Luke Brooks. So before he made his debut, Andrew Johns said this is probably one of the best talents I've ever seen coming through the grades. Everyone was talking about him. Is he going to be the next Andrew Johns? Is he going to be the next, I don't know, whoever else was one of the big halfbacks at the time? And he played under 20s for State of Origin. He was named in the 2013 under 20 Toyota Cup side, and there was a lot of expectation. When was he going to make his debut? And that finally come in round 24 2013, when I think West Tigers got a special dispensation for Luke Brooks to play, and he finally made his hotly anticipated debut, and it didn't disappoint. He scored a try, set up a couple of other tries. He got named man of the match as West Tigers beat St George 34 points to 18. How's it gone since that day? Not very good for Luke Brooks. I think that actually his first NRL game has been his best, but that's just me. I'm a bit of a harsh critic. Coming in at number 4 is Beethoven. This was back before social media, but I remember I was about 13 or 14 at the time. There was countless newspaper articles about him. He was being talked up on the television. If you don't know, Beethoven was originally a South Sydney junior. His dream was to play for South Sydney, but around about the time that he was going to be making his debut, South Sydney were kicked out of the competition. George Piggins, who's one of his relations, suggested that he goes to Canterbury. Canterbury signed him. He'd made all the junior representative teams, the State of Origin for the under 18s and all that keeper. He made the Australian schoolboys. People said he was going to be the next big thing. I even remember my dad saying, "Son, you better watch out for this Beethoven. He's something special." And then finally, round 18 2000, he finally makes his debut. Everyone's losing their mind, and it's against Parramatta. And the final score was 25-12. Parramatta beat Canterbury, but Beethoven had an alright debut. He only played the one game that year. The next year he was Rookie of the Year. He ended up winning the Premiership with Canterbury in 2004, and he played for Australia, New South Wales, and did some other good things in his career. Coming at number 3 is a player that some of you might not have heard of, and his name was Feligan. So he was coming through the grades at Canterbury there, and his manager and even some other people at the club said, "This kid's the next Sonny Bill Williams. He's got everything. He's the complete package. He's the next big thing." And then he was scheduled to make his debut in 2007, and everyone's going, "Oh my God, when's Feligan going to make his debut? I'm fucking losing my mind over here." And then he didn't make his debut that year because he was injured. But in the off-season of 2008, Cronulla offered him $600,000 a year to go and play for them. So he went, "All right then, catch you later, Canterbury." And he ended up signing for Cronulla. He didn't make his hotly anticipated debut until round 13 2008, when he come off the bench against Cronulla, and he only played 11 minutes. Now after that game he never played first grade again, and he ended up playing lower grades in other places. And the last time I checked, he was playing for the Cooma Stallions in Group 12 or something in the New South Wales Country League system. So Feligan, he didn't exactly turn out to be the next Sonny Bill Williams, but I'd say his debut was up there in terms of hype. Coming in at number 2 is Sonny Bill Williams. Sonny Bill Williams, this is also before social media really kicked off, but there was talk on Channel 9 and a very early version of Fox Sports, Fox League type of thing back then. Everyone was going on about him. He'd actually signed a contract, a professional contract with Canterbury when he was 15. And he was described as possibly the greatest ever junior, a greatest ever prospect to come out of New Zealand. He was like the golden child over there. And by the age of 17, he was already pretty much dominating the reserve grade competition. He was already a fixture for Canterbury in that. And then he finally got his chance to make his debut. It was, I remember the pre-game build-up was pretty much all about Sonny Bill Williams. You wouldn't even think there was actually a rugby league match happening. It was just all about him. And he made his debut in round 1, 2004. And Sonny Bill Williams had one of the best debuts you could imagine. He scored a try. He pretty much dominated the Parramatta side. And Canterbury ended up coming away with a 48-14 victory. And as we all know, there's not really much else I can say that people already don't know about what Sonny Bill Williams has done. But he was probably one of the most hotly anticipated debuts out there. And he actually delivered. So well done to Sonny Bill Williams. And coming in at number 1, I know he hasn't made his debut yet, but I've never seen this much hype for someone on the cusp of making their debut ever. And I think maybe this is because we're in the era of social media, Twitter, Instagram. Everyone's on their phones constantly. You've got state-of-the-art technology, cameras, everything. And that's Joseph Suaalii. So I think over the last 6 to 12 months, every day, there's been about 10 or 12 articles wrote about him. Everyone's losing their minds. When's he going to make his debut? When he was at South, everyone was talking when was he going to do his debut there. Then he ended up coming to Eastern Suburbs, and people are still going on about it. He played in the trial over the weekend for North Sydney, and everyone's losing their minds. I saw an interview with one of the reporters, and she's looking up at him like he's a 12-foot statue made of solid gold, and she was just in awe of him. And it's getting to a point where it's getting ridiculous. Like, I bet you they're going to try to start asking questions about his private life, like what type of toothpaste do you use, and what type of cologne and aftershave do you use, what brand of underpants do you wear. We're losing our minds. We want to know everything about you. And I think when he finally makes his debut, whoever he plays against, the opposition is not even going to matter. It's just going to be all about Joseph Suaalii, because I've never seen someone so hyped before their debut. I mean, it's getting fucking ridiculous. I'm pretty sure some of you out there would agree with me on that one. But anyways, that's my top 5 most anticipated, hotly anticipated debuts by NRL players in the NRL era. If you agree with me, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel but haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you've got some spare time, go over to my Rugby League History pages on Facebook and Instagram. I run both of those. And I also just want to say thanks to everyone out there for taking their time out of their day to watch this video, because I know that everyone's busy out there. Everyone doesn't have all day to be on their phones and to watch YouTube videos. So thanks very much for watching this video. Anyways, everyone, this is Rugby League History signing off, and I'll catch us all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye now.